booties for black girl nerds.
How you doing?
How are you?
What's up? I got to ask you guys, number one, how do you get through a scene? You got to be laughing like constantly throughout these scenes. Like, this is crazy.
I'm always trying to break my friends, man. Like I'm constantly, every scene I'm trying to break somebody, and I just like, I think I learned this from SNL, but like I just know when to laugh. I hold it until the camera's not on me, or I know the edit. I know in the edit we ain't gonna use this side, and I could sneak them out a little bit.
Jak, I'm gonna go to you with this one. Gary, Indiana had me rolling. What was it not fun to have this alter ego on set? How fun was that for you to just do these kind of outlandish things?
Gary, what do you mean by? I'm sorry. What do you mean by Gary? Like the location?
I think it was Gary, Indiana. I took it as your take on Indiana Jones, where you kind of going through the vents and everything.
No, the show is based in Gary, Indiana.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I took it too far. I got too caught up in the joke. But how was that though? Shooting that?
It was fun. It was really, really fun. It was like a lot of references kind of thrown into one thing. But yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of Rorschach. I've always been a fan of like the Christian Bale Dark Knight, and to make it about that topic was just a very, very silly angle. And I'm happy that my friends let me do something so dumb.
And that set for that was fucking
really good.
It was really good. And it was super cool to watch a very accomplished friend of mine crawl through fake air vents.
And the cutting back and forth from what Chris was doing in the lobby was just like brilliant. So it was just like it was just the two biggest idiots on the show going back to back.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, Chris, though, speaking of which, though, you just get to be bold though, and just kind of say whatever, just the comfort level. And I'm just like, where does that come from? Like, where did you reach that level in comedy?
Well, I like to play wild, ignorant people, and when your character's wrong all the time, you get but is opinionated, you just get to say wild shit. It's a very fun space, and I think it's like it's the joint efforts of the whole crew creating a world in which we could talk about these things, and I could be crazy, and so like if I knew I was wrong as hell, I was like, as long as I'm not trying to be right, you know what I mean, like I really can do any joke that matches what the situation is, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a real fun freedom in that, and I definitely took advantage of it for sure.
Well, speaking of which, though, talking about sets here and fun, how do you guys, like, what are your tips for surviving Diamondback Palace Casino? Because this was crazy, this environment that you guys are in.
Don't go.
Oh, man. Play the slots.
Play the slots.
Don't go.
Play the slots, and don't if you see something behind you, don't even look at them. Don't even talk to them.
Yeah, it's truly like find your world and make it your own. Because the slots really is the only thing that people won from in the whole season. So
yeah, no one bothered people in the slots.
Yeah.
That is true. Look like you guys are kind of walking through there with ease and comfort. But you know, on a real level here, what I thought was so important was you guys talking about the level of success and how do you define the success and being comfortable with your version of happiness. What do you guys want people to take away from about that particular set, like your happiness and your version of success when it comes to watching the show?
I got you, Chris. I was gonna say, I mean, it was just a pleasure to make a product that I know my friends think is funny. I think so many times we just go out to make some money and just make a thing that we think the market will like. And us four just went into this being like, I'm trying to make Chris laugh. If it's not on paper, if it's not on set, if it's not wherever, I'm just trying to make my friends laugh. And, we're at a time in comedy, especially in Black comedy, where we finally get to do that and be niche and have fun. So we just try to take advantage of it as best as possible.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I can't wait. Like 6 episodes. I feel like it's not enough for this 30 minutes. It seems like it's gonna be a good time. I did, and I'm like holding myself back because I got my rules of stuff I'm not supposed to say.
Yeah,
but I cannot wait. Like it's so real. I'm gonna go with the first episode because you guys were so outlandish. I didn't expect it. Like things that were coming out your mouth, just sitting in that. Sitting, I guess, the lounge of the casino, just sitting in there and talking with each other. I didn't expect that stuff. Yeah, the break room. I didn't expect that stuff to come out of you guys' mouth when it came to like relationships, what Jak experienced. And I was like, this is going to be fun. Like, I got to stay on this ride.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's awesome, man.
So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the time. I can't wait for people to check it out.
Thank you. And I love your interview with Brian Simpson and Chase, the animator. I've seen a lot of your stuff. It's great.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. See, you should have told me at the beginning because I was nervous to talk to you guys because you guys are ready.
No. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. Thanks for chatting with us.
This is insane. I gotta start with Langston. Are you really a Masked Singer fan? Because I like that. I thought that scene was dope to add in.
Oh, I am not. I don't watch that show at all. But you know,
well, you're very convincing. Very convincing.
Yeah, thank you.
But you know, Sam, I want to go back to you here because I want to talk about Sam and Nina. I'm not gonna give too much away because it's got to be a secret. I know they got to come and dive into that a little bit there. But I wanted to ask you, what do you want people to take away about relationships from you or from the show? Like when you got like hamburger patties talking to you, it gets real.
That relationships are complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think sometimes it's messy and it was fun to live in the mess of it. And it was fun to not put a bow on it either. And I love that, you know, without giving too much away, like Sam doesn't tell. And there's no big confession. It's just kind of like, nah, I'm gonna keep it pushing. And I like that, you know, Sam is a complicated and not always good person.
Well, you know what? Even though I'm like feeling Sam and Langston here because they got the knowledge, and I'm like, do you guys carry around a book, or was it just being comfortable, just saying like what you feeling in that moment?
I mean, I think the beauty of working against Jak and Chris is that those characters are cartoon characters, like they are barely human beings, and so the only way we can balance this out is to have two people who at least are coming with a reasoned perspective, even if it isn't a reasonable perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, I feel like Sam, you kept everybody in check though. Like you were ready to go. Like if they came to you if there was like an issue and you like, I already been through that. I don't know why we're even discussing this.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of usually my attitude in real life. It's a little bit like, is it really that big of a deal? And then usually Langston is like, yes. And I'm like, oh, all right. So it was really true to like how we relate to each other for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys do play off each other really well. And also too, speaking of which, of that play and being able to put the conversation of race in and so many elements that don't make it awkward. It always that like awkward moment. Sometimes when you're looking at sitcoms or you have to add in something that may be a little bit more serious, the way you guys approach it, like especially Langston, your character, I won't give away exactly what happened, but you're in a scenario where when they're bringing up skin color and they're like, oh, this is funny. Everybody thinks it's funny. You're like, no. What are some of those scenes like, and just taking comedy to that other level, Black comedy to that other level?
I mean, I think I've spent years now being around these people as they have called me various forms of a bitch ass nigga for what I thought was just being myself. And apparently that doesn't work in everybody's world. So it really is just figuring out ways to make our real conversations and our real engagement funny and interesting and not just sort of the stuff that keeps me awake at night.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Sam? Because it was just so different. Like the feel of the show is so different when it comes to the comedy world.
I mean, I think it is like kind of what Lang's saying. Like this was just like, we just took every character and kind of like blew out what we hated about each other and the things that get on our nerves about the other person. You know what I mean? And so with each character, I just kind of feel like you're connected to it because you know it's you. Once you see it on the page, though, you're like, damn, that's how I am. You're like, all right, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I just think we were just having fun. I think that's the benefit of actually being friends is we can have fun with each other in that kind of way.
And how do you guys get away from Chauncey? Like, what are the tips from getting away from a crazy boss that you guys got? That's my last question. I got to wrap with that one.
I love Chauncey. Sam is in love with the man. I think he's a hero and a mentor. So I want to be around Chauncey as much as I can.
I don't think Langston wants to be around Chauncey in the least, and I don't think he's figured out even kind of how to make that possible. But you know, maybe in season 2, Langston will free himself of this hurt.
Well, I'm over for season 2. Hopefully, Langston frees himself from the hurt. Thank you, Sam and Langston. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.